Alright, so I'm about to open up this package I got from Morningwood Skateboards. Morningwood is obviously my board sponsor. If you guys ever message me and ask me what board I recommend you guys getting, I'm obviously going to say Morningwood because I got to support my sponsor. They're the best boards I've ever skated. They're my favorite boards. I recommend you guys go get one right now this second. But anyways, if you guys saw my Bakersfield video, then you might remember me saying that I had a package waiting for me at my house, and I'm home now, and this is the package I was talking about. So I'm just going to go ahead and start opening it up now, and make sure you guys watch the whole video all the way through. Don't exit out early because I may or may not mention something about a giveaway somewhere in this video. Alright, so just like I always do, I have to start out with the note that Henry always handwrites himself. What's good, Bryan? Love everything that you're doing. Keep killing it. You're definitely making a name for yourself in the street. I'm definitely looking forward to being there for more of your accomplishments and milestones. Here's a detailed drawing of you kickflipping El Toro. I'm gonna have to double check and make sure that's exactly 20 stairs. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, it is 20. I don't know why I doubted Henry, but this is such a sick drawing. I haven't even gotten to the product yet and I'm already hyped. All right, the first shirt I see is a white shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. All right, so as you guys can tell, this one says Beast Coast. I've never had this design before, so I'm always hyped to get something new. The next shirt I see is black, and I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up too. This one's just as sick, got the little pigeon right there on the left. The board with the pigeon on it is definitely my favorite deck graphic. I think it's called the Little Skies deck. It's like a mugshot of a pigeon. And then we got the same usual Morningwood stickers, which are super sick. And then we also have an Epic Skater 2 sticker, which I guess it's only fair if I plug them too. Epic Skater 2 is, I believe, a free app. I'll have to double check on that, but it's a skate app, as you guys can probably tell. I'm pretty sure it's still under construction, but Epic Skater 1 is available right now, so I'll have the link in the description where you guys can download it. And here's a quick clip of the creator doing like a little Bryan Arnett impersonation, doing a bunch of late shove tricks in the game. And in case you guys couldn't tell, Morningwood is actually a sponsor of the app, so if you guys want to go support, I definitely recommend you guys getting the game. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is a free app, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to the boards now. They're the last thing in the box. Alright, so I got 3 boards. The first graphic is the orange camo. I was skating this board for well over a month. It's the board I'm still skating right now because the one I bought in Bakersfield broke. But Morningwoods always lasted a long time for me, so I had no problem going back to my old board, even though it was really thrashed. Alright, and then the second board graphic is the board I was talking about. I was hoping to get this one again. While looking at the sticker, I was trying to remember exactly what it looked like, and now I can tell why it's called the Little Skies deck. He's got a chain, some face tats, a hat, and like I said, it's a mugshot. And then the last deck, which is like a yellow ply on top, is this board, the Old Reliable. I've had this board 2 other times, I believe. This board is super sick, so shout out to Morningwood for all the stuff. Either this board or the orange camo I'm gonna be giving away on my Instagram at Bryan.Arnett. By the time this video goes up and you guys are watching it, I'll already have posted the giveaway on my Instagram, so head over right now, hurry, at Bryan.Arnett. It's gonna be up for a week until I pick the giveaway winners. And it's not just the board you can win, also my clothing sponsor Celeste threw in some stuff, so head over to my Instagram and check out what you can win. It's first, second, and third place, with the board obviously being in first place, with some other stuff in there as well. So I definitely recommend you guys go enter that, even if you don't have an Instagram. Maybe borrow someone's phone, your parents' phone, to go enter, because it's not hard to enter at all. I go over everything in the description of that photo, so just go check it out and enter. So I'm gonna go do now is set one of these beautiful boards up, most likely this one, because like I said, it's my favorite design. And then I'm gonna go skate most likely in Peru and talk to you guys a little bit about getting sponsored. So I did mention earlier that I was gonna be talking to you guys about how to get sponsored. I know there's already videos on YouTube about how to get sponsored, and some of the stuff that they talk about in those videos are gonna be in my video as well. But there's probably gonna be stuff in this video that nobody else talks about in any of their videos. So I just recommend you guys watch multiple videos if you want to get sponsored, and not just base everything off of one video. I am gonna be going over like the common ways of getting sponsored, but I'm mainly gonna be focusing on how I got sponsored because you guys are always asking me how I got on the companies that I ride for today. But let me just start out by saying something you guys have most likely heard before, and that is, do not skate just to get sponsored. Just skate because you like to skate and you have fun while skating. I'm not saying it's bad to want sponsors or to hit up companies and keep trying to get sponsored. I'm just saying probably don't make that your main priority in skating because it's gonna take all the fun away from it. So pretty much like the main question that's most commonly asked when skaters first start getting interested in getting sponsors is, how good do you have to be to get sponsored? I have had people in my DMs telling me like lists of tricks they can do: kickflip, heel flip, big spins, 180s, ollie down 5 stairs, stuff like that, and they ask me, am I good enough to get sponsored? And it really doesn't depend on just what tricks you can do. It also depends on what company you're trying to get sponsored by and how good their team is. Something that really stuck with me in one of these types of videos that I heard a while back was that you want to be as good as the team that you're trying to ride for and get sponsored by. Because unless you have a ton of followers that are going to bring traction and money to that company that you're trying to get sponsored by, they're probably not going to want you to ride for them unless you're pretty decent at skateboarding. You guys have probably heard that you want to be constantly out in the streets filming for a street part or a sponsor me video and then send it to companies and try to get sponsored by them. But personally, for me, if I'm being honest, I've never had any luck with emailing footage to companies and getting sponsored. I'm just speaking from my personal experience on that. I'm not saying that it never works emailing footage to companies, but you got to realize if they're a big enough company, if they're pretty well known, their email is probably flooded with a bunch of people trying to get sponsored, and half the time they probably don't even take the time to watch them. But if you do decide to go that route and make a sponsor me video and email it to companies, the main things I would say you focus on are the filming, which includes having a steady filmer that doesn't shake everywhere, the lighting, make sure it's not really dark in your clip to where you can't even see it. Make sure you're skating to the best of your ability. I'm not going to be telling you guys to pop as high as Luan and go 30 miles per hour when you skate, but just make sure that's your best skating. If you land something sketchy and you know you can do it better, then just take the time to redo it, because you want your street part or sponsor me video to showcase your best skating, like I said. Another way of getting sponsored is literally just knowing and talking to the right people. If you have a friend that knows the team manager of DVS or something, or whatever company you want to get sponsored by, you might want to tell your friend to introduce you to that team manager and then just go from there. Another way to meet the right people is to always be going to events and contests, stuff like that, especially when these companies are the ones throwing the events, like Baker, Vans, Death Wish, Grizzly. Events like this are always being thrown, so you do want to keep your eye out on social media to know when these events are popping up, especially in the LA area. So if you live in LA, you're super lucky. Make sure you go to as many events as possible, even just like little barbecues and skate jams that you hear about, because you never know who's going to be there. But just because you go to these events and meet these people doesn't necessarily secure you a spot on some specific team. You also got to be likable, so just don't be an asshole. Don't be that guy at the park during these events that's yelling at people for getting in the way and just acting like it's your park. Just be chill, because nobody wants to sponsor that guy, no matter how good you are, if you're an asshole. Actually, I should probably take that back. If you're the best skater in the world and millions of followers, you could probably be an asshole, still get sponsored. Instagram too, obviously, could be super effective for getting sponsored if you use it the right way. And when I say that, I don't mean you have to make edits and follow all the trends. Ugh. But there are certain tips that will help you on Instagram to grow and get your clips more out there and seen by more people. The first tip that I did want to talk about were hashtags. This is probably one of the more obvious ones. And I don't mean if you hashtag a specific company that they are going to see it 100%, because it doesn't work like that. You can hashtag a bunch of different stuff. There's pages that gives you a better chance of getting reposted by them, meaning they're going to share it on their page to their following. More people are going to see your clip. You could put hashtags of the names of the tricks that you did, because I know there are certain companies that go through looking through hashtag tray flip, hashtag hard flip, stuff like that. You can literally just put hashtag skateboarding and you never know who's gonna see it. But I do want to point out that hashtags honestly do nothing if you have your account on private. If you have your account on public, that's when they show up under the hashtags when people search them. But if you use hashtags when your account is private, it's literally pointless. It doesn't show up for anyone except for people that follow you. So that's another tip. Make your account public if you want more people to see your footage. And then there's another obvious one, DMing clips to companies. Just like the emails, companies' DMs, you can imagine, are flooded and they don't open half of them. So don't get bummed out if they don't reply or if they don't open your DM. Don't go start hating the company because you think they ignored you, and do not bug them in DM. Even if it says they haven't opened it, they could have still possibly seen it. Sometimes it does go into their request folder and it does let them look at it without notifying you. So don't just keep sending your clips over and over and over, unsending them and sending it again, because if they see that, they're gonna think you're annoying. And this goes for emailing as well. Don't just keep sending over and over, asking like, can I get sponsored? Do you get sponsored? Over and over, because you're gonna bug them. They're not gonna want to sponsor you. But the more that your videos show up under hashtags or you get reposted, the more these companies are gonna recognize your face and start knowing who you are. are, and you're gonna build a name for yourself, increasing your chances of getting sponsored or just hooked up. Something that a lot of skaters don't realize is sponsorship isn't just companies hook you up because they think you're good at skateboarding and you deserve free stuff. While that can be the case sometimes and companies are just feeling nice and feel like you kill it, you deserve free stuff, sponsorship is supposed to be you promoting the company and bringing traction and business to their company, and in return, that's why they send you free stuff and sometimes money. So when you do finally get sponsored, just putting the name of the company that sponsors you in your bio and that's it is not always gonna cut it. You just gotta kind of work with a company. Every company is different and has different expectations for their riders. I'm not gonna go into as much detail about YouTube as I did for Instagram, but obviously YouTube, another platform to promote companies on. So if you have a good YouTube channel, that could also increase your chances of getting sponsored by certain companies. But now for a little more of my personal experiences, I'm gonna talk about companies that I am or have been sponsored by in the past. I'm not gonna go over all of them, maybe just like a handful. My very first experience with any type of sponsorship was kind of a fake company in a way, which you guys also have to look out for. Fake companies that just send spam messages to a bunch of skaters. I would definitely tell you guys the name of this company / website that did these sponsorships, but I really don't want you guys to try to go get sponsored by them and spend all your money on this website, because in the end it was definitely a fake sponsorship. Not fake in the sense of they didn't have product and they weren't a real company, but they did have this sponsorship submission form that you would fill out and put a link of your video at the end, and then they get back to you in a couple days letting you know if you make the team. And it turned out that they actually put everyone on the team and sponsored if they sent anything. Me and my friend actually tested it out and sent like a random video that had nothing to do with skating with a fake name, fake email, and they got back to us and said you made the team. And you're probably thinking like, well, what's so bad about that? They were still sending you free stuff, right? Wrong. They gave us like this 20% off code, which basically just took off shipping, and then we spent money on their website and bought stuff. But my current clothing sponsor that I ride for right now at the time of this recording kind of happened like out of nowhere, like spur of the moment type thing. I had already known about this company. I knew who they were because they used to sponsor a few of the locals in my area, but they actually posted something on their Instagram that said they were looking for, I think, 2 or 3 new team riders to sponsor and to DM them some of your clips. And I actually wouldn't have seen this if it wasn't for my friend Ruben for tagging me in it. And long story short, I did end up actually getting on the team. Now, the last company that I'm going to talk about is my current board sponsor, which is Morningwood Skateboards. A lot of you guys probably know them. If you don't know who they are, go follow them on Instagram right now. I'm not going to go into too much detail about how I got on Morningwood because I have done that in a previous video. I'll have the little card right here where I talk about that. But basically, to sum it up, I got sponsored by Morningwood through social media, specifically YouTube and Instagram. I had noticed them like a couple of my videos, and then I hit them up through DM, and then we had just started talking from there. And then I was actually talking to them for a couple months, and I like super badly wanted to get on the team. But like I said earlier, I didn't want to be that guy that's just like bugging in the DM like, oh, can I get sponsored? Can I get sponsored? So I was never asking for like free stuff or anything like that. And then I just kind of started repping them a little bit because I backed the company. I thought the graphics were super sick. I was tagging them here and there, giving them little shout outs, and it ended up working, and I'm super grateful to be riding for Morningwood Skateboards. Hopefully this video helped you guys out a little bit, understand what sponsorship is, and maybe actually some of you guys will get sponsored because of this video. But don't think I'm like the master of getting sponsored just because I made this video. If there was like a little secret like trick that got you sponsored like that and I knew it, I would have so many sponsors. But no, I'm still trying to figure it out as well a little bit, just like you guys. But hopefully this video helped you. Wait, what was that? Oh, you wanted to know where I got this shirt that wasn't even in shot the entire time? Alright, so this was super unexpected. I obviously knew I was getting this box, but I didn't know it was coming today. I just got home from school and it's super hot in here. Sorry if you guys can hear my fan, but I'm not turning it off because I'm like sweating right now. Also, yes, I'm obviously aware that I already opened the box, so it's not really unboxing. It's just because I didn't know what it was. I knew I was getting this box, like I said, I just didn't know it was coming today. So I had no idea what it was until I actually opened it. But my boy John Hill decided to send me a few of his tees from his newest drop. At the time you guys are watching this, I'm sure it'll be out, but while I'm filming this right now, I'm not sure if they're available. But I do lag sometimes to edit my videos, so link in the description. I'm pretty sure they're available. I'm pretty sure you guys all know who John Hill is, but for the few of you that don't, not to kiss his ass or anything, but he's first of all an incredible skateboarder. He's a super hardworking guy. He's creative. The list could go on, but I'm super hyped that he reached out to me and was down to send me some stuff. So the first shirt we got here is a turquoise long sleeve, Progress Daily on the top, and it has Melee and Window Boy. I'll get a better shot at the end of everything. And then this shirt, it might look white in the camera, but it's a cream shirt. Guy shooting himself in the head. Next one is another long sleeve. This one's super sick because look at the sleeves, first of all. It has the monkey and Progress Daily repeatedly on the side. I know you guys probably can't see that good. I'll get a close up at the end, like I said. And then this one's like a super light blue, which is really sick. Also known as baby blue, but I'm just too stupid to remember that. Super sick. And I think he also said this is Progress Daily in Korean. And then this one, short sleeve black shirt with Melee, I think's his name. And then the last shirt in here is actually a blue towel shirt, which obviously I ride for Active. You guys know that, but I'm still gonna wear this shirt. Super sick, blue towel on the back. And then in case you guys were wondering, because I know you could see this in the shot, but these are some force wheels that I bought. Doug Desautel's pro model. I'll just open them up and show you guys a closer look because I'm going to put them on my board right now anyways. So I've been wanting to try force wheels for forever, and I saw these on the website and they really stood out to me, and they're Doug's Pro model, so I had to get them. I'll definitely let you guys know in a future video how these skate, how I like them. So here's a quick close-up of all the shirts I just showed you, including the blue towel shirt. And just to make it clear, I'm not sponsored by Progress Daily. John just reached out to me, like I said, and wanted to send me some shirts, so I would have been dumb to say no to that. Oh, fuck. Just so I could have some satisfaction while I'm editing, because I fucking love peeling off this plastic. Ah, fuck, but I hate peeling these off. But I have to do it before I grip, because I have to do it before I grip it.